It's LBI Region Report time, and we are in the middle of September. School starting is already behind us, so all those, first week of school jitters all behind us, and now the only jitter we're getting is the pumpkin spice lattes that
wow.
we've been hitting up. Because actually, what was crazy is it seems like every year they come earlier and earlier. And everybody was hitting up the pumpkin spice at the end of August. I was like, come on, people.
So now you're fully vested.
Yeah, I'm fully vested in the pumpkin spice, apple spice, anything like that. Anything that keeps you warm.
Well, since everybody's back to school, is a great time for us to start our networking, right? So
Absolutely.
we have our September startup happening September 17th. And this is just a great way for people to connect. We could go over to Code One Creations from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. They're at 918 Lacey Road. This is a great way to just casually meet, enjoy some refreshments, talk to some local business people, and expand your network. And we do at every meeting, which we're very grateful for. Code One Creations will take business cards, and you can win a dozen custom screen shirts during the event.
That's
so
great.
you could bring it back for your office, for your team, for
Uniforms.
for your
Cheap uniforms.
whatever you need. They'll be able to hook you up. So it's just a great way to really mix and mingle and do some great things for your business and advance the year, as you should. Admission is free for members. Non-members is $10. And if you want to reserve your spot, you can RSVP to the chamber by calling 609-494-7211 or emailing kate@sochamber.com. So just save that date, September 17th, and that is from 5:30 to 6:30. So a great way, right, to get everything ready for the fall.
Yes, definitely.
And when we talk about getting things ready for the fall, of course, we always talk about our homes and our home projects, because that is
Build a better future this fall.
is key, is key. And joining us, we have a great team, great construction company. Good morning, guys. This is Pete Toth and Bear Rieu. They are with Toth and Rieu Construction, and we're going to learn a lot about their business this morning and what they have planned for the fall. So how's everybody doing?
We're doing great.
Doing really well, thank you.
How are you guys?
Very good, very good. And I don't know, are you pumpkin spice guys? I don't know if they're pumpkin spice guys, Billy. Yeah, I don't know, but they're here, and they're certainly, they're ready to share. So we're going to talk a little bit about your construction enterprise, Toth and Rieu. And let's talk about how you got started and your background.
Sure. So yeah, we got started last year. So we're relatively new, but we're not new to the business. So my partner Bear has over 30 years experience in construction. And I have come from a different background. So that's how we work so well, because I come from corporate, and I did IT security, IT and business. And so I did that for about almost 25 years before I took the leap into the construction world. But I had started up a business before Bear and I met, in a handyman construction business, renovation work. And so we met last year through a mutual friend, and Bear was working for a builder on the island. He was a master carpenter up there. And we just decided that, let's do something together. And we felt like we had a really good mix between, Bear's experience in the trades, my experience in with business. And we were very customer focused, and so it just really worked well. And we got the business off the ground in December of last year. And things really, we haven't looked back. It's been extremely busy, and we're booked, booking jobs, and just really excited about our future because of how well we're doing. And I think it's because of not only the quality of work and the product that we're putting out there, but also the customer and user, the customer experience, and how people are going through the whole process with us, from starting and signing with us to the completion of the work. So, I mean, we can maybe Bear can talk a little bit about his background, because he has a hell of a background.
Sure. Well, Bear, first, before you go on, I just wanted to let the audience know that this is a veteran-owned business, and we certainly want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Anytime that we can support efforts, it's just that much more important. So please, Bear, tell us what you're offering.
Well, my background is pretty much one of two things, or two things, I should say. Military service or trades. I've been doing this stuff since I was about 10 years old, and I've loved it ever since. Did my college while I was in the military, served my country. I was involved in operations in Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, Global War on Terrorism. And I bring those experiences and what I've learned in the military and military leadership, and bring it to the table in the trades, between creative problem solving on the fly, as well as, a determination and a willpower that isn't seen so often.
Mm.
And I lead from the front. All of our guys know that I'll crawl under a house just as quickly as anybody else. And I've started at the bottom, and here I am running crews, running a company. And when it comes to the teamwork that we have, Pete and I have really found a nice groove, being two sides of the same coin is what I like to call us. He handles a lot of things that I find more frustrating, as opposed to I'd rather be getting dirty and getting things done. And he's a wonderful guy when it comes to customer service, and our teamwork when it comes to how we flow, I think is one of our biggest strong suits, and what has helped push us to where we are in such a short amount of time.
Well, we appreciate you sharing that. I know that what you offer, you have a full range of services. So maybe we could talk a little bit about what you feel you're specializing in, and what has helped you grow. What type of jobs and projects are really taking up your schedule.
Yeah.
Well, mainly that's been a lot of renovations, and remodeling, between myself and our crews. We have a very, very well-rounded team of guys, and our custom work is amazing, to put it simply. Pretty much give us your concept, and we'll bring it to fruition.
That's fantastic. So full home renovations, house flips, you're doing, I know basement finishing is a big deal, additions, bathrooms, windows, doors, decks, roofing.
Yeah. We're doing all of those things. Kitchens. We've done, a lot of kitchens over the year. And yeah, the flips and the renovations, and decks. So pretty much, whatever you could think of. We've done roofs up on the island. We work a lot on LBI, but we also do a lot within the county. So, from Tom's River all the way down, pretty much through LBI.
Yeah.
West Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of growth. Southern Ocean County, mainland has experienced a lot of growth. There's a lot of new homeowners that need that, refreshing or maybe expanding their houses. So it's always good to make sure that, they know that there's somebody that's got that, they handle everything, the design, to the final touches. It's good to have that, number where you can get in, you can call in and get that going. So, I know we talked about a little bit about what makes you different. So I thought we might want to, dive in. You're being fully licensed, insured, bonded. So you have besides the quality craftsmanship and the customer service, you also have all the requirements as to move forward with any size project, basically. Right?
That's right. Yes.
So that's important. Now, I know living and working in Ocean County, what are your thoughts and challenges, and what do you think you need to know about doing business here, because it's not typical, right? Live on the coast, it's not a typical thing, so you do have to have local expertise. So maybe we could share a little bit about how you feel, what type of insight you can share with our listeners.
Well, I start with Route 72 in the summertime. Pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
Yes.
You have to honestly take into consideration in your planning and logistics.
Mm-hmm.
We have to deal with one main artery in and out, especially with the island work. and that's something that really needs to be forward in your brain and your thinking and planning for logistics and managing a project.
Yeah, we deal with the, just having the expertise with the towns and local towns with codes, dealing with the codes. So that's a level of expertise that we bring, and we'll handle that whole piece for our customers. So, pulling the
Permit,
permit.
dealing with
Permits, inspections.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, especially if people are new to the area, or maybe they're a second homeowner and they're not going to be on site to have, that's something that you offer as well, to make sure that all that's handled.
Exactly.
Of
We
course.
do quite a bit of that. For instance, I was up this morning in Harvey Cedars for a customer. Doesn't live at this house, but we're doing work for him. And so I was there to work with the HVAC tech to, he wants to put in a shower. So we had to, get some logistics. But, I work with the customers, and Bear works with our customers when they're not necessarily here. And there's quite a few that we
Yeah.
do, especially on our island.
Yeah, that's key. That's key. And I know certainly you're involved, of course, your spirit of community involvement and supporting local businesses. This summer or this fall, was there anything that stands out on that?
With supporting local businesses, or?
Yeah, I know that you were part of our home show for and the concert down at the lake. That was great to have you out there. And I know there was plenty of people that were happy to talk to you. They had some projects they were thinking about. So
That's correct.
That was definitely a good time.
Yeah.
My kids came down with us and they ran amok, and it was very nice. We rub elbows and connect and,
Yeah.
Meet other local business owners. I know we started working with one of the landscapers that I think was there.
Yeah.
We've connected with him on some possible projects we got in the works.
Yeah.
So any sort of networking, we're always happy to be involved. And
talk to local businesses. So and also we're going to be up in Tom's River the beginning of October for the home show up there.
perfect.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a great one.
definitely.
So I know you have a lot of different stories that you can share, before and after stories of projects. Was there any one that was maybe more challenging than others that you want to speak about this morning?
We've definitely run into our challenges for sure. And, I think, Bear and his teams find a lot of problems. We come in and fix a lot of problems from past work, and, just things like that. I think that's something that we tend to find more often than not. We were dealing with a house up in Lacey where, the recessed lights were wired with duct tape.
Mm,
And so sometimes we also found, there was a leak in a house up in the island. I guess it was in the spring we were dealing with, and it was not properly flashed. So our foreman John, someone who has over 30 years experience like Bear, I took some video and put it on our Instagram to show like what happened, why it failed, and why it wasn't properly installed from the beginning. So, we tend to see problems like that quite often. As far as success stories, we've had, a lot of success stories, and I think that's it's how we've grown. Really, we haven't spent a lot on advertising because we haven't had the need to. It's by word of mouth.
that's important. Those recommendations are everything. People want to feel comfortable.
Absolutely, and it's our reputation. It's Bear and I's name. It's our reputation, and we stand behind our work, and we work with our customers, from the start to finish. And I think that's why, I'll read you a quick little a text that this gentleman sent me for a kitchen that we did for him and his wife. And he says, "Hey, Pete, I'm sorry I didn't get to see you yesterday, but I just wanted to express how grateful I am for making Heather's dreams come true with this kitchen."
Oh, it's beautiful.
And, that was such a great text I got. I mean, I said, of course, I shared it with the teams, but, it represents what the quality of work that we do, and that working with the customer, I think, is what really sets us apart. When a customer comes on with us, they feel comfortable because they know they're going to be happy when we're done, and we're not finished. We're not leaving until that customer is happy and satisfied. And I think that's something that maybe is, separates us from some of our competition.
People spend a lot of time at home and they want, whether it's a dream kitchen, whether that's expanding with an addition or a basement, they want it done right and quickly. They don't want they don't want to have any aggravation. They want to know it's in trusted hands. And that's very, very important. So, I mean, you've been doing a lot of renovations around Ocean County. What are some of the more popular ones that people have been asking you about? What are the trends that we should expect in the fall or in 2026?
We're seeing definitely a lot of people want to have that open floor plan
Mm.
concept. So I know that's been around, and it's just continues on, and people want to open things up and
Knock those walls down.
knock those walls down. And of course, they're all load bearing, and there's a lot of work we have to do to make it happen. But we are able to, in a lot of cases, to give them and provide them with what they want. We see a lot of basement finishing, a lot of kitchens, and I mean that's a lot of what we're seeing right now.
A lot of kitchens.
Yeah.
I mean, trends tend to fluctuate. They have their lifespan, and then the next one picks up.
Mhm.
You get your meat and potatoes, kitchens, baths, some
Mhm.
additions, remodeling. Kind of go hand in hand. A lot of the trends are colors
Yeah,
and
Mm.
I say that.
style.
Mhm.
Finished stuff is what is the big flux. Big one now is the recessed lighting. We're doing 2 custom ceilings in a local home here in Stafford Township, and completely all custom recessed ceiling and
Beautiful.
custom lighting.
About 30 feet. It's a large, great room.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Beautiful home.
And then the kitchen's also getting same kind of concepts, couple different finishes, but that's one that's evolving as far as trends. It's been around, but now with the advent of the color changing LEDs,
Oh, wow.
the control systems to make them do a lot of neat
I didn't
things.
even think of that. I was just thinking, I didn't even think
Very
it.
cool.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. That's
Yeah.
great.
And then the other thing we see with the kitchens is the color changes, where it used to be we see a lot of white, a
All
lot of
white.
gray, and we're getting that seems to be swaying and changing. The grays
I'm
are kind of
seeing,
still around.
yeah, the grays are disappearing. You got the greens and the navies, and
Got
you
the
see those.
oak
Yeah,
pattern
beautiful.
coming back.
Is oak coming back? Is where we starting to see wood?
We're seeing
Yeah,
like that
oak's going
yeah.
back. Walnut. We're getting back into some more earthy and natural tones as well,
Yeah.
Great.
instead of the whole whitewash, gray
Oh
wash.
yeah,
White oak.
everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. So a little bit more detailed. So that's fantastic too. So
Definitely.
I know, we're talking about these things. These are investments, right, in your home and in your property. So what tips do you have for homeowners that are considering doing a renovation?
Make sure you have your finished vision laid out,
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost, because if you're not 100% on what your expectations are, what your vision is as the homeowner and client, it's 10 times harder to convey that and that picture to your contractor. And any decent contractor that has his heart into what he's doing is going to want to grasp the concept of your finished project
Mhm.
and run with it.
Right.
And we'll ask our customers to, grab some pictures online, find some kitchens that you like, to give us some ideas. We work with the customers on their vision, but like Bear's saying, it is great when a customer says, like, this is really what I want, and here's a picture of a kitchen that I really love,
Makes
and
it
that
easier to.
makes it a little easier. As far as picking contractors, it's really important to, vet through your contractors, and you just want to make sure, of course, that they're licensed and insured, bonded, that they have the reputation. And when you sit down, you need to feel comfortable. And I think that's another thing that brings us, that's unique to us, is that I come from the customer perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a contractor all my life. So I hired contractors, and I know what it feels like to hand over that money to a contractor. You want to feel really comfortable with them. You want to know that it's going to get done and you're going to be happy with the result, and they're not going to, you're not going to give a deposit and they're going to walk.
Right.
You hear stories
All the
and
time.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really important, that you are comfortable with the contractor. Going with the cheapest is usually, something to be cautious on, because sometimes we'll get that. where we don't know how it's even possible for that to happen at the
Right.
price so low. And there's usually a reason behind it. And then we're called to, hey, didn't work out with that contractor. Can you come in and now we have to go in and fix it. It's going to cost more money.
Right.
Right. So, yeah,
That's important. That reality check is important, when you're making your budget for these projects.
absolutely.
So just let's talk about how everybody can get started. So let's walk the listeners through the first steps of if they wanted to, hey, we had the thought in our mind, we have a dream kitchen, we
Right.
want to redo the ceilings, whatever it is. What should they do? How can they get in touch with you? And what do you suggest that they can expect from you when they make that phone call?
Sure. So they can reach us through our website. It's tothandrieu.com. They can call us at 609-286-7195. The number is on our website as well. And also our Instagram is we do regular posting, and that's at Toth and Rieu.
Mm-hmm.
So between those platforms, you can reach us, and it's that initial contact where we'll try and find out, exactly what you're looking to have done, and then we'll schedule some time to do an estimate. We'll come out to the location. We'll take our measurements and our pictures and speak to the customer about what they want and their vision. And then from there, we put together the estimate, and if they do decide to use us, then we go ahead and start the process. And one of the things I think that also separates is that we provide our customers with a portal, and in the portal,
Wow.
they get access to a calendar that'll show exactly what's going to happen during that project. And I think this is an important one, is that we're using the customer can see, okay, material is going to be delivered on this day, work is going to begin on this day, and then this is what's happening. The electrician's coming in this week, and the plumber's coming in that week, and the framers are coming in, and they get to see the calendar and view of everything. And also within that portal is their contract. We do 3D mapping of the spaces, so they'll actually get up to see the space. They can actually put themselves kind of in it on a computer, but of course it does allow you to see maybe the vision of the space and what it's going to look like. So those are some things that maybe separate us as well from our competition. But those platforms are the best way to get a hold of us. Our website, tothandrieu.com, the phone number 609-286-7195, or Instagram as well. And any one of those, customer can reach out, and we would start the process and make that vision come to reality.
And of course, you could always call the chamber, go on our Visit LBI Region website and find them as well. Well, I want to thank you both for starting your week with us. And again, thank you for all you do. And we really appreciate you being part of our business community.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
Have
you.
a
It's a
great
pleasure.
day.
Happy to be here and look forward to a long time being involved with you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're real happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is part of, when you move to an area or when you're ready to make an investment, and home investments are, they're a consideration, and you want to make sure you have somebody that's going to get you all the way through. So
You got to do your homework.
Yep. So Toth and Rieu, thank you so much for being part of our show this morning. Also, before we sign off, we want to make everybody aware that there is small improvement grant offers that are available. Small businesses can upgrade their facilities through a New Jersey grant up to $50,000 in reimbursements for building improvements.
Wow.
So this is a great segue in. This is just another way for small businesses to invest in their physical spaces and enhance their operations. With careful planning and compliance, eligible businesses can take advantage of this just new initiative that was launched to support economic recovery. And this is for businesses and nonprofits that can apply up to $50,000 for reimbursements for building improvements or for the purchase and installation of new furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Since its inception in February, this program has distributed nearly $13 million to over 500 businesses across New Jersey. So we really want to make sure if there's businesses that are interested in this, please go to visitlbiregion.com. We have all the links and information on there. Again, this is the Small Business Upgrade Facility Grant. Businesses awarded, they must commit to remaining in their current location for a minimum of 2 years. If they're receiving up to $25,000, 4 years if they're going to receive more. And it's important to note that certain expenses are not eligible for reimbursement. So please check everything that's online, check your eligibility, and we want to make sure that, if this is something that's going to help you out, we want to make sure that you get it. So just go right to visitlbiregion.com and find that. And of course, coming up, Women in Business, September 23rd at St. Francis. We have our September startup, September 17th at Code 1. And remember, September 22nd and 23rd, free grant writing workshop for Ocean County nonprofits. Everything's online, visit LBIRegion.com. You can contact the Chamber Monday through Friday from 10 to 4, 609-494-7211. We're at our 703 Mill Creek Road Chamber office. So stop by and say hi.